Excuse me, I got this. Thank you. Nailed that. Hey everybody, I'm Elle King, and this is Billboard News.
Hi everyone, I'm Jessica Nicholson here for Billboard News, and we are here at the historic Ryman Auditorium in Nashville, and I'm sitting here with singer, songwriter, and all-around queen, Elle King. So good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction.
Well, and of course your first country album officially is coming out January 27th.
Yeah.
Come Get Your Wife.
But if you spell it back to front, you're gonna know what I mean. Went back to Tulsa.
Tell me how that title came about. I love that.
I spend most of my life on tour with a bunch of men. To be a woman in the touring industry, you have to kind of be able to like hang out with a bunch of dudes.
Yeah.
And so I can kind of run my mouth with the rest of them, usually better than most of all the guys that I'm on tour with. Somebody got mad when I made a joke and he shouted over me and to my fiance that, "Man, come get your wife." I was like, wow, that kind of just sums up a lot of things in my life. So I said, what if I call the record that? And everybody went, LOL, ha ha ha. Nobody said no. So I came from the rock and the pop and the alternative world, and I was brought into country when I started singing with Dirk.
Dirk Bentley, everybody.
Of course, you had a huge hit with him with Different for Girls, and he is on this album. You reunite for Worth a Shot. And
Yes.
tell me, first of all, what was it about that song that just stood out to you? What did you love about it?
One shot, maybe all that we got. I don't know about you, but I think it's worth a shot.
A bunch of stuff got sent to me that was written for women, and I didn't necessarily connect with it. And I said, send me songs written for men. Send me songs Dirks didn't cut. I couldn't not have a nod or give respect to the person who completely changed my life and really showed me the most rock and roll I've ever seen in my life, which is country music.
Fast forward to the pain, pushing back when the tears come on, but it's different for girls.
We just have fun singing together. I love to be around him. I love to sing with him. Worth a Shot, the video was like just hilarious, and country music has given me these incredible opportunities of having wild ideas and nobody really saying no to them. So I was like, wouldn't Dirks look great as a cowboy? And wouldn't I look better as a cowboy, a male cowboy?
Were there any nerves about coming fully into the kind of the country lane and being accepted?
I had full confidence in my experience, in my voice, in the narrative, in what I'm trying to show, what I'm finally comfortable and open, like about being vulnerable about. Ultimately, it's my love letter to my childhood self of the strange, awkward, funny girl who loves to sing in Ohio that doesn't really fit in.
You try and change me, you can go to hell. 'Cause I don't wanna be nobody else.
I made this record so quickly with all these incredible songwriters and musicians and so many talented people, and it was all with my son as this driving force.
Well, I love that you mentioned your son because you have the song Lucky on this album. How has motherhood changed you as a person and career-wise as well?
My son is just this like beautiful ball of light and energy, and parenthood and becoming a parent will bring you to your knees, I'll tell you that much. It has made me grow in gratitude and in empathy. My son's upbringing is going to be different than a lot of other kids.
Sure.
You may know. Not everybody brings their kid on a tour bus. And I do. I'm so glad and proud that my son gets to see so many wonderful things and be around such talented and also really kind and loving people. I'm gonna drag him out on the road until he says, I don't wanna go, Mom.
Well, earlier you mentioned music videos, and talk about that because your videos, especially like Try Jesus and Worth a Shot, I mean, they are so creative, they're so bold, and how involved are you in creating those treatments?
It all starts by being a part of every creative aspect. Music videos for me were kind of a really, really big level of anxiety and absolute dread. I put a lot of pressure on myself on how I looked and how my body looked. And so I said, why don't we make it fun?
Yeah.
If we play characters, I guarantee you'll get a wild performance out of us, and you guys will love the video. And we won Video of the Year at ACM.
Bartender, take my keys, what are you
so unbelievably proud of the Try Jesus video because it's everything that I love. It's silliness, it's goofiness, and underneath, it's also full of layers of vulnerability and honesty and things that anyone can connect with.
Well, there's a scene in the Try Jesus video that I love where you've got the shelf and you're climbing to try to find happiness, literally. But you're climbing over these products that are like labeled like self-doubt and things like that. Talk about the message in that. That's so powerful.
I wanted to play these characters because ultimately I've always felt that the biggest thing and the biggest hurdle or the biggest thing in my own way was myself.
Sure.
And the only thing keeping me from true happiness was me. The thing blocking my own success or my joy or a healthy relationship, even a healthy relationship with self, was me. I finally feel comfortable to share more about myself that is not just the silly kind of wild first layer of, you know, who people might think that I am.
Baby, you ain't heard the news. Now I got another you.
Well, and you've been so open with your fan base about kind of what you just mentioned, just struggles that you've gone through. And I really respect that and I love that. For fans of yours who are going through things, like what advice do you give them? Like how do you help them to kind of overcome whatever they might be going through?
What helped me when I was going through a lot of different things that I couldn't understand was finding out like scientific facts about, you know, PTSD or depression and what happens to us and how our brains are like computers and what happens to us physically and mentally out of protection of our emotions and what happens to us as a child that carries us through adulthood and how we protect ourselves whether we know it or not.
I put the pieces back together, so thank you, whatever. Nothing lasts forever, man, I guess so.
If there is anybody out there that is struggling with anything, I just want them to know that they're not alone and that they are loved and that I am proof that you can and will get through anything, no matter how high of a mountain it seems.
Well, let's talk fashion really quick.
Oh no, oh my gosh.
I love your style and like just looking, especially on red carpets. Talk about that evolution.
I love the showmanship of it.
Yeah.
I love the razzle dazzle. I love the rhinestones and the applique and the fringe. That is the stuff that sucks me in. The more outrageously I was, the less shocked people were. I started wearing gold teeth, and the Grammys hat was one of the wildest things I've ever worn in my life. I kept laughing like, I feel sorry for the person sitting behind me because they're not gonna see the show. There is no one size that you have to be to express yourself with clothes. You can be absolutely any size, and you can find something that makes you feel beautiful. Country music it's about flair.
It is.
It is about flair, and I'm here for it.
Naturally pretty girls. Thank you.
I can't wait for your album to come out. Come get your wife on January 27th. That's going to be so awesome.
Thank you for listening, and thank you for letting me share and be open about this whole experience. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, I'm so happy to have you with Country.
Thank you.
You're just a breath of fresh air.
Oh, thank you.